Alrighty. Good morning if you're out there. Or if it's afternoon, evening, you get the picture. Hope you have had and or are having a good one of whatever relativity you're in at the moment because it's all right there. So what we got right here is me, Brian Lucas, and I'm a poet, and you're here. If you're here on this channel, you are here for poetry of one kind or another, whether it's my own or others. Especially on this program, this particular show, we do a little thing like I like to call poetry with a twist. I take old poetry and I plug it into a music generator. Yes, the dreaded artificial intelligence. And we do compare and contrast, and but on a today like today, where I've only got about an hour, I'm just going to play some music. I'm just going to play some of the stuff we make, some of the cool ones, my earworms or whatever. But if you're into that stuff, just remember everything we do here, fair use and stuff. At least that's what the thingy says there. And also like and subscribe, because we went from we got to bust our all-time. We got to see how many times we're going to get to our all-time subscriber high of 454. We are now at 453 still. So if we hit it again, that'll be number 5. Will we tie our last one to 411? Time will tell. It was 6. Yes, sir. We hit 411 6 times before we surpassed it. All right, so good morning. If you're out there, Kia, I can't see you but I hope you had a good day and you're having a good evening, kiddo. How you doing? And the other one of our early risers here, Kathy, how you doing? Tiff, thanks for joining. And Cricket, how is it going? Cricket, how's it going, dude? Here, there's nothing here in the shit. So we're just gonna play some random stuff, and I figured I'd start with one of my earworms. And I want to share one with you that I made the other day off of one. So we're going to start with let's start with some funk. Poor man's pig. Ha ha.
Already fallen plum bloom stars the green apple boughs, and apple boughs is not as old toads back. Ooh. Where there's small roses there a rose is seen. The building thrush watches old job who stacks. Ooh. The bright peeled roses on the sunny fence. The pencil grunts to hear him stumping by, and tries to push the bold and scamper thence, but her ring snout still keeps her to the start. He lets her run away, she snorts in bundling gallop for the cottage door, with hungry hubbub begging crust and norts. Then like the whirlwind bumping round once more, nuzzle in the dog, making the pullets run, and sulky as a child when her play's done. Stars the green apple boughs, and apple boughs is not as old toads back. Ooh. Where there's small roses there a rose is seen. The building thrush watches old job who stacks. Ooh. The bright peeled roses on the sunny fence. The pencil grunts to hear him stumping by, and tries to push the boat and scamper thence, but her ring snout still keeps her to the start. Then out lets her run away, guzzle in the dark, making the pullets run, and sulky as a child when her play's done.
Speaking of lunch, here you go. Got to get to work. Got to get it right. Oh, he got your message and he says, "Oh, very nice. I'll have to dedicate some Jameson Irish whiskey on Saturday." Yeah. So he appreciated the thingy for the fourth. Oh no, pizza. It's too early in the morning and I've already been up too long. And hey, how is it doing, Milky? How is it going, Millie? All right, so yes, I'm just going to continue playing. Hi, Afila, because it's that time of day and it's the morning, and I'm glad y'all are there. And yes, oh, so I told update from Pizza, he's doing good. He's still working his yes, get my train of thought going on here because it's exciting. Yay! It's Friday and we're playing some funk and other stuff. What I was going to say, and so yeah, he's still doing swing shift. He'll be back soon, and we not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Yes, I got to talk to Hals. Hopefully, Hals will show up here, but we're going to do that round robin. More to come on that. So, and since it's been a while, we got some treats. It's like I get to play them all over again for the first time. Let's get this going. Another funky one. Yay!
Maud went to college, Sadie stayed home. Sadie scraped life with a fine-tooth comb. She didn't leave a tangle in, a comb found every strand. Sadie was one of the livingest chicks in all the land. Sadie bore 2 babies under her maiden name. Maud and Ma and Papa nearly died of shame. In this old house.
is it going? I got all my celts here. Okay, so I want to address this here. So this is a story my ex-brother-in-law would tell. He goes, when God was making all the animals and stuff, blah blah blah. Before he made humans, he was going around and giving them their particular attributes. Puppies are cute, dogs are loyal, cats are good mousers, blah blah blah. And he came to the pig and he went, "What do I do about you? You're not, especially when you grow up, you're not pretty. You can be rude and crude, and likes to wallow around in mud. I don't know. I'll make you taste good." He called the pig God's tastiest animal, and I happen to agree. I just don't like thinking about it when I'm eating my bacon, because it can be real cute, but they taste good. So hey, since we're going to conclude the funk portion of the program with a new one. Well, it's a redo. We used our words, and you're just going to. I'll play it again. Remember when I do the next redo and review, but I just got to play it.
The earth we mounted, wound our vows until it fit and fits the earth we mounted. Rouse and rock, we harp, we yawned and tried to yarp and tried to fix. We facted, felt we fact and fan-fed, anthem, hammered, felt the words were stagnate, snapping half in heat. The wane, the melt, what words we'd hoarded, halved in a holy porous. Meanwhile, tide still tide, and we still wash for sounds to mark and mar. Still wash for sounds to mark and mar. What words we had to help, what words we had. We wheeled and kneeled, we knelt and wept, we wrung to wet the sweat. We racked our lips, we rang for words to ward off sleep, to warn ourselves, to warn. The earth we mounded, wound our vows until it fit and fits the earth we mounded. Roused and rocked, we harped, we yawned and tried to yarb and tried to fix a fix. We facted, felt we fact and fan-fed, anthems, hammered, felt the words were stagnate, snapping half in heat. The wane, the melt, what words we'd hoarded, halved and holy porous. Meanwhile, tide still tide, and we still wash for sounds to mark and mar. Still wash for sounds to mark.
Yeah, when I sent that to my poetry professor, AC, and I was like, hey, dude, yeah, I told him, I'm like, apparently I'm in my funk phase at the moment. It's going to be hot this weekend. We're entering the 80s portion of the year where it's like mid 80s ish. Supposed to be the upper mid 80s today, and then next week high in the 70s. So we're getting there on the slide towards cooler weather. What that means in a couple months we'll be in our monsoon season, which means a lot of sad for me. I hate gloomy weather. You're yeah. Sometimes it's cool, but most of the time, especially when you don't, it sucks. No, no. All right. So, what do you think of the funk portion of the program this morning? Hopefully, you liked it, and if you do like it, be sure to like and subscribe and tell your friends. More importantly, tell your friends. We need more people around here. No. All right, Milky, I got a question for you. I got a question for you, Millie, my dandelion. How much kelp do you have in your blood? Because you're about to find out. Here we go. You know I love this one. It's one of those earworms.
This plowman dead in battle slept out of doors many a frozen night, and merrily answered staid drinkers, good bedmen and all boors, at Mrs. Greenland's hawthorn bush. Said he, I slept, none knew which bush above the town, beyond the drover, 100 spot the down, in Wiltshire, and where now at last he sleeps, more sound in France that to his secret keeps. This plowman dead in battle slept out of doors many a frozen night, and merrily answered staid drinkers, good bedmen and all boors, at Mrs. Greenland's hawthorn bush. Said he, I slept, none knew which bush above the town, beyond the drover, 100 spot the down, in Wiltshire, and where now at last he sleeps, more sound in France that to his secret keeps. Above the town, beyond the drover, 100 spot the down, in Wiltshire, and where now at last he sleeps, more sound in France that to his secret keeps. I slept, none knew which bush above the town, beyond the drover, 100 spot the down, in Wiltshire, and where now at last he sleeps, more sound in France that to his secret keeps. dark in the air, the bee among the heather bells that hide my lady fair. The wild deer browse above her breast, the wild birds raise their brood, and her smiles of love kissed have left her solitude. I ween that when the grave's dark wall did first her form retain, they thought their hearts could ne'er recall the light of joy again. They thought the tide of grief would flow unchecked through future years, but where is all their anguish now, and where are all their tears? Well, let them fight for honor's breath, or pleasure's shade pursue. The dweller in the land of death is changed and careless too. And if their eyes should watch and weep till sorrow's source were dry, she would not in her tranquil sleep return a single sigh. Blow west wind by the lonely mound, and murmur summer streams. There is no need of other sound to soothe my lady's dream.
Hopefully this is the right one.
A bow shot from a bower eaves, he rode between the barley sheaves. The sun came dazzling through the leaves and flammed upon the brazen greaves of bold Sir Lancelot. A red cross knight forever kneel to a lady in his shield that sparkled on the yellow field beside remote Shalott. The jammy bridle glittered free like two some branch of stars we see hung in the golden galaxy. The bridal bells rang merrily as he rode down from Camelot. And from his blazoned baldric slung a mighty silver bugle hung. And as he rode, his armor rung beside remote Shalott. Sunlight glowed on burnished hooves. His warhorse strode from underneath. His helmet flowed, his coal-black curls as on he rode, as he rode down from Camelot. From the bank and from the river he flashed into the crystal mirror. Tirra-lira, tirra-lira, sang Sir Lancelot. She left the loom, she made 3 paces through the room. She saw the water flower bloom, she saw the helmet and the plume. She looked down to Camelot, out flew the web and floated wide. The mirror cracked from side to side, the curse has come upon me, cried the Lady of Shalott.
From Kinnison, let's go to Lord. you have a good weekend too. Thanks for dropping by. Oh yes, and don't forget, our Fila is having her protest Sunday morning there. It'll be Saturday night here. All right, so what do you think of the first half of the show? Rocking, hey, getting the blood pumping. If you like it, just remember, everything we do here is fair use. Stuff like that, and like and subscribe. We're in that. How many times can we get to the all-time high game? Yes, it'll be Saturday for us. All right, let's change it up a little bit. Since Milky hasn't heard or Millie hasn't heard a lot of these, we are going to be. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I know it's here. Let's do some reggae for a moment or two now, shall we?
Fuzzy fellow without feet, yet doth exceeding run. Of velvet is his countenance, and his complexion done. Sometime he dwelleth in the grass, sometime upon a bough, from which he doth descend in plush upon the passer-by. All this in summer, but when winds alarm the forest folk, he taketh damask residence and struts in sewing silk. Then finer than a lady emerges in the spring, a feather on each shoulder, you'd scarce recognize him. By midnight cleft caterpillar, by me, but who am I to tell the pretty secret of the butterfly? Fuzzy fellow without feet, yet doth exceeding run. Of velvet is his countenance, and his complexion done. Sometime he dwelleth in the grass, sometime upon a bough, from which he doth descend in plush upon the passer-by. All this in summer, but when winds alarm the forest folk, he taketh damask residence and struts in sewing silk. Then finer than a lady emerges in the spring, a feather on each shoulder, you'd scarce recognize him. By midnight click caterpillar, by me, but who am I to tell the pretty secret of the butterfly?
See here. Believe me, I know about time zones. It was, in the military, I had to keep track of them because when I was over on deployments and stuff, I had to know when people here in the States were up and stuff like that. And yeah, and it sucks that it sucks that when we do that round robin with I'm gonna see if T can do it. I want her to reread her dad's poetry. Um, when we do that, you guys will be like in bed. Although Joe, you usually stay up all night sometimes, do you? We'll all figure it out. All right, so we're not done yet with the reggae. We're playing another one. Here we go. I just gotta get to the right folder. It's right here. Ooh, yeah.
When you are old and gray and full of sleep, and nodding by the fire, take down this book and slowly read and dream of the soft look your eyes had once, and of their shadows deep. How many love your moments of glad grace, and love your beauty with love falls so true. But one man loved the pilgrim soul in you, and loved the sorrows of your changing face. And bending down beside the glowing bars, murmur a little sadly how love fled, and paced upon the mountains overhead, and hid his face amid a crowd of stars. How many love your moments of glad grace, and love your beauty with love falls so true. But one man loved the pilgrim soul in you, and loved the sorrows of your changing face. Your moments of glad grace, and love your beauty with love falls so true. But one man loved the pilgrim soul in you, and loved the sorrows of your changing face. Oh yeah.
All right, let's see here. So yeah, okay, cool. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, I know. So yeah, let's just keep it with the nice smooth mood here. All right, let's go here. Sort of smooth mood. Ooh, you'll like this one, Millie. Samuel Taylor Coleridge, Love.
All thoughts, all passions, all delights, whatever stirs this mortal frame, all are but ministers of love, and feed his sacred flame. Oft oft in my waking dreams do I live o'er again that happy hour, when midway on the mount I lay beside the ruined tower. The moonshine stealing o'er the scene had blended with the lights of eve, and she was there, my hope, my joy, my own dear Genevieve.
She leant against the armored round that statue of the armed knight. She stood and listened to my lay amid the lingering light. Few sorrows hath she of her own, my hope, my joy, my Genevieve. She loves me best whene'er I sing the songs that make her grieve.
I played a soft and doleful air, I sang an old and moving story, an old rude song that suited well that ruin wild and hoary.
She listened with a flitting blush, with downcast eyes and modest grace, for well she knew I could not choose but gaze upon her face.
I told her of the knight that wore upon his shield a burning brand, and that for 10 long years he wooed the lady of the land.
I told her how he pined, and the deep, the low, the pleading tone
with which I sang another's love interpreted my own.
She listened with a flitting blush, with downcast eyes and modest grace,
and she forgave me that I gazed too fondly on her face.
but when I told the cruel scorn that crazed that bold and lovely knight, and that he crossed the mountain woods nor rested day nor night,
that sometimes from the savage den, and sometimes from the darksome shade, and sometimes darting up at once in green and sunny glade, there came and looked his face an angel beautiful and bright, and that he knew it was a fiend this miserable night, and that unknowing what he did, he leaped amid a murderous band, and saved from outrage worse than death the lady of the land. And how she wept and clasped his knees, and how she tended him in vain, and ever strove to expiate the scorn that crazed his brain, and that she nursed him in a cave, and how his madness went away when on the yellow forest leaves a dying man he lay. His dying words, but when I reached that tenderest strain of all the ditty, my faltering voice and pausing harp disturb her soul with pity. All impulses of soul and sense had thrilled my guileless Genevieve, the music and the doleful tale, the rich and balmy, and hopes and fears that kindle hope, an undistinguishable throng, in gentle wishes long subdued, subdued and cherished long. She wept with pity and delight, she blushed with love and virgin shame, and like the murmur of a dream, I heard her breathe my name. Her bosom heaved, she stepped aside, as conscious of my look she stepped, then suddenly with timorous eyes she fled to me and wept. She with her arms, she pressed me with a meek embrace, and bending back her head, looked up and gazed upon my face. 'Twas partly love and partly fear, and partly 'twas a bashful art, that I might rather feel than see the swelling of her heart. I calmed her fears and she was calm, and told her love with virgin pride. And so I won my Genevieve, my bright and beauteous bride.
All right. That was never me. The only time I did that stuff was a couple times in the Navy. You know, one particular time, oh God, I was so hungover. I had duty the next day. We had this was Fleet Week in Florida of 2006. 2006. Yeah, 2006. Fleet Week, Florida, 2006. Before we went into the yards, we had this mandatory fun thing, and I got super drunk. I mixed wine with stuff, which was a mistake, and I had the worst hangover. And I'm, in my mid-30s, and yeah, the next day was awful. So that was never me to begin with. Yeah, yeah, that's right. You're not the only. I'm not the only college student in the virtual fam here. Have fun. Have some fun. But don't neglect your studies. You don't want to be, yeah, Irish, you're still a youngin'. Hey, I'm still young too. And no thank you. Yeah, fucking one lifetime. Oh, where are we going here? Oh, I wanted oh, here it is. Yes, about your signage. Yeah. Ain't no telling what they're going to pull this time. Probably the same crap again. Lying to the... They're hurting my feelings. I was never much of a partier. I could be... Now, that sounds interesting. I can be alone in a crowded room. Well, so far, my Redux college days have been pretty cool. I've been doing my work. Oh, okay. Let's play some more here. Where are we at? Oh. Here we go. Camper Robins.
The robin laughed in the orange tree. Oh, windy north, a fig for thee. While breasts are red and wings are bold, and green trees wave us globes of gold. Time sighs shall reap but bliss for me.
Sunlight song and the orange tree
burn golden globes in leafy sky. My orange planet's crimson eye will shine and shoot among the spheres and thread the heavenly orange tree
with orbits bright of minstrelsy.
If that I hate wild winter spite, the gibbet trees, the world in white, the sky but gray, wind over gray. Why should I seas and slay. I'll sing from the top of the orange tree. Gramercy, winter's tyranny. South with the sun, keep my climb. My wing is king of the summertime. My breast to the sun, his torch shall hold, and I'll call down through the green and gold. Time, take thy scythe, reap bliss for me. Bestir thee under the orange tree.
Good morning, Amy. By the way, news about the two unfortunate girls that you told us about last week, I think, has finally filtered through my Facebook world and stuff. Yeah, it's sad. Very, very sad. I'm friends with someone, well, contacts with someone on Facebook that lives up in that area. Several people do my poetry activities, and yeah, sad. Apparently, the kid who did it, at least that's what the little write-up was. The kid, because he was the nephew of someone, of the police chief or someone in law enforcement. No, that's no good. No good. So, on a happier note, if you go back, we started off with some funk, and then we went through the blues, and then a little reggae. Well, no, actually, funk, Celt blues, reggae, bluegrass, and I'm going to end it with a little country. I won't play two more songs, and two more tracks, and then I got to get to school. So I'm going to end it with, round it all out with a couple favorites. Gene Toomer, Beehive.
Within this black hive tonight, there swarm a million bees. Bees passing in and out the moon. Bees escaping out the moon. Bees returning through the moon. Silver bees intently buzzing. Silver honey dripping from the swarm of bees. Earth is a waxen cell of the world comb, and I a drone, lying on my back, lipping honey, getting drunk with that silver honey. Wish that I might fly out past the moon and curl forever in some far-off farmyard flower. passing in and out the moon, bees escaping out the moon, bees returning through the moon, silver bees intently buzzing, silver honey dripping from the swarm of bees. Earth is a waxen cell of the world comb, and I, a drone lying on my back, lipping honey, getting drunk with that silver honey. Wish that I might fly out past the moon and curl forever in some far-off farmyard flower. When curl forever in some far-off farmyard flower.
Indeed, I love that one. A documentary on the Guinness family. That'd be cool. All right, my friends. Thank you for spending your Friday morning, well, my Friday morning with me, and afternoon, evening, wherever in this relativity you might be at this particular space and time. It's all on how you look at it, ain't it? So, I might do something this weekend. I don't know. I got work to do. I got my two major writing projects for the first part of the semester are practically done and over with. So, working on that this weekend and stuff, and just, getting into the groove. So, a little reminder. Everything we do here is fair use, public domain, and all that stuff. More importantly, y'all go out there and have that nice day or awesome day or have a good nap, master. Or we'll see you later. Definitely see you on Monday. And Millie, thanks for dropping by. I really was, I know I've contacted you a couple times on Facebook, but glad to see you back around. Spending your little bit of your time off me. Well, not as gorgeous as you are. No, y'all have a good day, everyone. I'll see y'all out in the chats this evening and stuff, and this weekend while I'm working on my homework. Another one Monday morning. In the meantime, remember to open up your cage and be on the lookout for some birds.
Birds are singing round my window, tunes the sweetest ever heard. And I hang my cage there daily, but I never catch a bird. So with thoughts my brain is peopled, and they sing there all day long, but they will not fold their pinions in the little cage of song. Birds are singing round my window, tunes the sweetest ever heard. And I hang my cage there daily, but I never catch a bird. So with thoughts my brain is people, and they sing there all day long, but they will not fold their pinions in the little cage of song.
Hey, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it, because I enjoy it. Yeah, that one gets to me too. That means it's good. That means it does something for you, and it does what poetry is supposed to do. Get you right here. So yeah, again, thank you for dropping by and spending a little time. All of you, thank you. I just, you know, I love doing this stuff, but if it wasn't for you guys, it'd be a hell of a lot less fun. Yeah, it wouldn't be as fun. So be sure to like, subscribe, tell your friends. More the merrier. Sharing is caring. You know, that's one of the pothead mottos. All right. I'll see y'all out in the chats, and yeah, have a good one.